I'm not in a closet right now. No, totally not. It's totally not like you can see the, like the clothes racks up there. Yeah, yeah, totally not. I'm not in the closet. But so obviously you're here because this is the Cursed Conlang contest, and I'm here to provide you with just such a cursed conlang. It's the laugh of pain. I am in pain. Um, yeah, I spent about 2 weeks making this language. It was quite painful, and my vocal cords are shot. So it's gonna be good. It's gonna be entertaining, I hope. And yeah, uh, if I should, lose my voice entirely because I have to present this, blame nga, because yeah, you organized this whole thing. Without further ado, I'm going to present to you this language before I, like this video go way too long. So let's go get right into it. All right, so let's get right into it. Before we go any further, I should probably introduce myself. My name is Purple, and I'm a part of the Lucky Red Shirt channel. And I'm here to present you with, yeah, it's not pronounced C. It's pronounced exactly like that. It's a palatal, dental, then dental tap. Hard dental tap. Yeah, it's that'll give you a little insight into what we're gonna do here. So, yeah, this is a language made up entirely of voiceless sounds. There are no vowels. There are no voiced consonants. So it's so lovely to say. You'll understand why it doesn't have any voicing, but we'll get to that. So yeah, let's get right on with our lives, shall we? You're not going to be any better knowing that this language exists and that I have made it. So what is well, and yeah, it's pronounced like that, very ejectively. Doing it without spitting is considered one of the highest honors that you can have in culture. But yeah, it's the strange and some say cursed language of the people residing on Adams Island in the thought to be uninhabited Auckland Islands within New Zealand territory. Yeah, and the people were only just documented as even existing about 3 months ago. And so recent intensive research has been put in by the International Society of Linguistic Anthropology, or as we call it, ISLA, to uncover the secrets of the language, which they have done and done well. Yeah, I will give them that. How they managed to achieve such a monumental task is unknown, although one does not simply ask Isla what their methods are. Yeah, they're kind of. But what they found was truly shocking and immensely complex. It's a language spoken by people who have no concept, not even the idea of voicing sounds. So their entire language is voiceless and comprised of only the strangest sounds you could possibly find. So I have come here today to enlighten you who watch this video, as well as our beloved ringmaster for the Cursed Conlang Circus, upon the most confusing subject of the language. So, the culture. Very little is actually known about the culture and lifestyle, other than that they have not really advanced beyond stone tools, and that their diet is mostly subsisted on by seafood and seabirds. Little vegetation can actually grow on Adams Island, and what's there is not very edible. So, yeah, it's mostly um, a meat diet. But it's evidence that they settled the island around 1100 CE during the Maori migrations, and it appears as though they are also genetically related, very closely genetically related to the Maori people as well. And Isla's research proves that the belief system is, I'm sorry, saying the name is just, God, what have I done? Um, their belief system is quite intricate and provides actual light on why the people do not have voicing in their language. So, their mythology goes, their ancestors arrived on Adam's Island via a prophecy made by their true gods, who directed them to seek the rocks of the holy place. And once they arrived, the gods supposedly instructed them in the true methods of fishing, hunting, living, like lifestyle, and most importantly, to this guide at least, speaking. The gods supposedly taught them to emulate the sounds of the sea and the rocks on their island in their speech, sort of like waves crashing and rocks falling. That's kind of what the entire language is, and you're going to see why. Thus, the language that previously had a lot of voice sounds lost them, completely lost them. And today, the people still speak in this way, and they don't even have the concept of voicing. There's not even the semblance of a vowel in their speech, which is just so impressive and something that I could not even begin to replicate. I am only a beginner at so I don't really know the intricacies of the language yet, and I don't intend to get there. I'm just going to present it to you. So, the phonology. Oh god. The phonology of is really, really bad. It's not even strange, it's bad, and the romanization is even more confusing because you have C, which represents and then you have thorn, which will represent some other sound that I'll get to in a minute. So yeah, this is the IPA chart with the romanization. So let's go over them, shall we? So, yeah, you'll notice there's no voice sounds, there's no vowels, that's it. That's all the sounds you get in the language. It's literally just, yeah. So, we have, oh, sorry, no. And then you have two affricates in the language, which are represented by thorn and the C. So you have pronounced exactly like that. Practice it a bunch of times because you're going to end up spitting all over that when you try it. When you try the first time, when I tried it the first time, it was bad. And then of course you have the all important sound. So yeah. It's great. Yeah. This is going to get a lot worse, so yeah, brace yourselves. Okay, so outline of the grammar. It's bad. It's really bad. It's like the worst possible situation. So far from English that you can't even possibly imagine. It's got object, subject, verb, word order. Flexible head marking, so you're not exactly sure where to put the adjective at any one given time. It usually comes after, but it's not really known what causes it to come before, because it can. It's incredibly, incredibly polysynthetic. You have entire sentences spoken in 4 words, but those words are incredibly long. And there's little bits of nuance that make it really confusing for anyone to speak it natively. Like natively. The people somehow speak this natively. I don't really understand it. But yeah, and so you know the little thing we call phonotactics. Yeah, so take that concept, throw it out the window, because there are no such things. You can stick whatever sounds you want together in this language, and you do. You will find strings of related, you'll find strings of bilabial plosives just in a row. It's insane, and I hate it. I genuinely hate this language, which is probably all the better. So now it is time for an example sentence. Okay, so, yes. an example sentence. The ever important. I have the book about cats in my library. So yeah, this is it. Yeah. Now I'm gonna pronounce it. You, you, uh, you asked for this. You caused my sanity to be destroyed. You did this. You did this. Sorry. I was getting, yeah, that was a bit over the top. Anyway, let me try pronouncing this. So, forgive my bad pronunciation. I do not speak natively. And no, that's not part of it. So. Yeah, it's one sentence. It's one sentence. Yeah. So I'm gonna explain this verbally now because the explanation takes far too long. I'm going to go over a brief outline on my phone, which I'm bringing up now because I didn't have this prepared because I'm a dummy. Yeah, anyway. So let's get into a little analysis here. So we're going to start off with the word for cat, which is... So that's our base noun for a few steps. It'll take a plural marker, which is... and that means that it is an animal. Has a very high animacy hierarchy, which is evident a lot. It changes some of the grammar aspects, but I'm not going to go too far into it because the video is already getting really long. So since cats do not exist like physically within the book, it takes what's known as the representation marker, which is and because it's only the representation of cats, it's not actual cats inside of the book. So now we have what's known as the association markers, and thus those relate the things together. And relation markers sort of work like genitives, but they also don't work like genitives. It's strange how how you use genitives in. So yeah, in all honesty, I still don't get it, which is again probably a little better. So yeah, they're used to convey the two nouns are linked to each other. So since the book concerns cats, not cats concerning books, cat is the object and book is the subject. And then so next up you'll have which is book. We're not sure how they have words for cats and books. Despite the fact that they know neither of those things, we're not going to question it for now. So yeah, it's going to take a definite article because it's a definite thing. You know you have the book about cats. And it's a defined book being spoken about. And so next you put on the association marker, this time the subject, which is... And then it's interesting how library effectively translates to book building, which is... Basically, yeah, it's book, it's building, subject, book, object. There's those association markers again. So it does make logical sense if you think about it, or if you're insane. I think I'm insane. So now strange because sometimes the animacy hierarchy works better than others and sometimes it just doesn't. Again, we're not really sure what causes it. It's very confusing, even to me. So yeah, that's how you say library. Then what else do you have? Oh yeah, then you have to define the fact that the book that not only the book is in your library, not only that the book is yours in your library, but also the library is yours. So, you add the starting at the green there. Oh yeah, and you also have to add the fact that the book is in the library, which you add onto the library instead of the book. I don't really know. Yeah, so you'll have the first person singular genitive pronoun, which is or something like that, and they had to denote the fact that it is an alienable possession because it's an object, and then you have to associate the fact that the library does not also own you. You are the only person who owns the library. Um, Also, the fact that you are the only person who owns the library, not someone else as well. Next, you move on to the verb, which is actually the most simple part of it. It just takes the first person. It just takes the first person singular pronoun and then the verb, and that's it. It's not exactly as cursed as as you might think, but yeah, but oh my god, that was so bad. You think it would have a really simple meaning? I thought it had a simple meaning. I thought it would be nice, but no, no. Yeah, that was like the only example I could find from Isla, aside from the translation things that I'm gonna get into, and yeah, not sure how the crew would know about kthrr books, but Isla made it happen, and it has so many things. Oh my god, I am going to go insane. I am going to go insane. Okay, yeah, I've taken some time to recover from that. I had a bit of a stroke there. Yeah. So, I'm now going to show you the example sentence that our beloved Conlang creator Nga has asked us to translate, and I have done so into for your entertainment due to both the absurdity of the sentence and the destruction of my vocal cords for the remaining month. So here it is. The Reckoning. I am not looking forward to this because, oh, the time has come. We must view this beautifully written and infinitely wise sentence as translated into According to all known laws of aviation, the bee shouldn't be able to fly. Its wings are too small to get its fat little body off the ground. The bee, of course, flies anyway, because bees don't care what humans think is possible. This is what it looks like. Prepare thyselves. And remember, that's not part of the language. That's a voice sound. All right. My apologies. No, that's not how it ends. That's not how it ends. Let me repeat the last word. I'm actually lightheaded. I'm actually lightheaded. If you want to try this out for yourselves, take note of the fact that you have taken. Yeah. Okay. If you want to look at that, pause the video. I'm not describing that again because this video is already almost 20 minutes long. So yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm so done. If you want to try pronouncing it for yourself, uh, go on vocal rest for a couple of days before and after. Because, yeah, my voice is already kind of giving out. How the people can communicate anything, I have no idea. Yeah. So, I'd like to thank the wonderful people who had to put up with the creation process of the language. Yeah, it was a lot of strange noises being made. Uh, yeah, so it was probably very confusing for anyone who was, like inside the house at the time. Uh, yeah, so I'd like to thank them because they deal with my BS, and I can't thank them enough for that. And I also thank for allowing the fine people of the world to have their ears exposed to whatever this abomination is. Please don't ask me to make me. Please don't ask me to make more, or I will likely. I am already suffering a mental breakdown. I can't even speak English anymore. Uh, yes. Thank you, and have a wonderful day. I'm gonna go sleep now. It's like really late.